Hey babies, before we even get started with this video, I really quickly want to say this was my first time doing my brows since my hair color change. So if they're looking a little bit nuts, please forgive me. I used the ColourPop eyebrow pencil in the shade Honey Blonde, and I do like the tone. They're just like super creamy and you don't need that much pressure, so I got a little bit out of hand. In case you didn't guess by the title, welcome back to another Yes or Pass Tuesday. I don't think that my brain is anywhere near collected right now. I'm actually like getting ready to leave for playlist, and so everything is just a little bit nuts right now. But I wanted to do my makeup, and I decided today would be a really good day to test out these products on camera. I have played with them a few other times just to really collect my thoughts on them. Urban Decay released a whole lineup of products for summer 2015, and these are products that I feel like they really have not focused in before. We see incredible eye products, incredible lip products, but this entire collection is very focused on like kind of more natural beauty. It is very heavily focused on the skin, and I love skin products. Like, I love my base products, and so I was all about this. I was so fortunate, and they did send me the entire summer lineup, so I have a lot here to chat about. So we are just going to get started with my very favorite product from the entire lineup, and the first one that I put on my face today. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector in the shade Light. That is what shade I am right now. With this product in particular, I really like it with my fingertips. As you can see in the demo here, I did try to apply it with a brush, and this was my first time actually applying it with a brush, but it's just such a thin product. You don't get any additional coverage with a brush, and it just melds better into the skin with your fingers. The only thing with it is, if you compare it to something like maybe a BB cream from Physicians Formula, or let's say the IT Cosmetics CC cream, these are very buildable products. They're closer to like a very light to medium coverage hydrating product. Like, I wouldn't call them a foundation, but you can definitely build on them. With this, you cannot get any additional coverage. Pretty much what you see in one layer is what you get. You get very light coverage, and sometimes that's amazing. For me, I think that this is really good for days when I want a slightly more evened out, more airbrushed complexion. I want to just kind of diminish the redness and like spots on my face or acne marks or anything like that. And then, as you can see with this, I went over it today with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light Plus, sorry, and that really does give me more coverage. This powder in particular is not like super mattifying, like it has a bit of a radiance, but it does add a ton of coverage and just helps the product set in place all day long. Overall, I think that this is absolutely incredible, and it does come in a good variety of shades. I did these a bit out of order, but here we have light, medium light, and medium. And then again, before these run everywhere, this is medium dark, dark, and deep. So 6 shades in total. I do hope that they bring out a fair, because I feel like light is almost too dark for me. Like, it's a hair off of my skin, and I don't feel like I'm that pale. There are 6 colors in total of that. In general, I would absolutely rate this product a yes. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup. Like, my skin just feels very hydrated and soft. I think it gives my skin a nice airbrushed finish, and in general, I just think it's really good. It does have that SPF 20, so there is some sort of sun protection there. The last time that I wore this, it lasted really well all of the time that I wore it. Now granted, I had set it with a powder, and I did that again today. I feel like I wear very, very heavy moisturizers, and so products can break up if I don't set them well. Like, I'm a very dry skinned person, so it really depends on the day. Some products stay perfectly, some products will start to break up just because I do use so much moisturizer. But this in particular, I felt lasted really well on the skin, did not fade, did not get blotchy. I feel like I can still see my skin, and then in areas where I'm really breaking out, I just took the concealer that I was using under my eyes and just dabbed it here. Next, we have the Beached Bronzer. I used the color Bronze today, and I used Sunkissed the other day, and now I can't find it. I have torn my entire room apart, and I have no more time to look for it. I've got to get this filmed. So I'm really, really sorry I cannot film anything with Sunkissed in terms of swatches. It is more of a red toned bronzer, and frankly, I didn't love the way that it looked on me. However, the shade Bronzed is really, really pretty. Both of them are matte, and Bronzed is definitely deeper, and neither of them is like super duper light. But as you can see, it can definitely be sheared out, and that is what I used to contour today. You could bronze with this. I just feel like I'm a bit pale to do that at the moment, so I used it as a very, very specific contour. I like this product a lot. It's very, very smooth in its consistency, and it reminds me a lot of maybe the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Actually, I'll swatch that right next to this shade because the Physicians Formula one is quite a bit lighter. So if you want more intensity, I think that the Urban Decay one is going to be for you, because I know a lot of people can't even use this Physicians Formula bronzer. It's so light, but the formula is very, very similar. Super buttery, super long wearing. And once again, this is a yes for me. I think that it blends really easily, even as dark as it is on my fair complexion at the moment. I just really love the way that it looks. So now let's talk about these bad boys, the Afterglow 8-Hour Highlighters. This comes in 3 shades, and the one that I use specifically today is the color Sin. I absolutely freaking love this color. I think that it brings so much light to the tops of the cheekbones. It really, I don't know, it's very, very pigmented, and it can get a little bit chunky if you're heavy-handed, but I feel like with one pass of this, I just get such a natural light, oh, there's my phone, a natural light to my skin that I think it looks absolutely freaking beautiful. I even pop it on top of the eyelids, I put it down the nose, just anywhere where I feel like I want that glow. The next color is called Aura, and this is a really pretty kind of duochromy pink shade. I don't normally go for pink highlighters, but this one has a bit of a golden undertone to it, so I think it will be a bit easier to wear. Here is Sin and there is Aura. Really, really pretty, and especially if you do have pink undertones and you find that like those yellow toned or champagne toned highlights can look a little bit much on you, that might be a perfect option. Last but certainly not least, we have the color Fireball, and I freaking love this. I specifically want to use this as an eyeshadow this summer. It is a really, really cool color, and it is a true like duochromy red. I think this is really, really cool, and maybe on a super fair complexion you could even use this as a blush, like a really, really glowy blush. It's so pretty, I can't even describe it. All of these powders are ultra soft. Again, they feel quite similar to that Sun-Kissed bronzer in the sense that they feel quite buttery and creamy to the touch, but I also do feel like they last a really long time on the skin. Like I don't feel like I absorb the highlight over the day, or I start to like lose that light where I want it. And once again, these are a 100% yes from me. We have 2 eyeliners in this lineup. The first one being the 24/7 Waterline eye pencil. So this is specifically made for your waterline. And this is in the color Walk of Shame. And I think that they have an eyeshadow called Walk of Shame. So here is what it looks like swatched. I mean, it's just a creamy nude pencil. I did use it on my waterline today. It doesn't really grab onto my waterline the way that I would hope a waterline eye pencil would. And I think that I have to pass over it more times than I would with something that's just a tiny bit creamier. And it's really strange because I feel like the 24/7 Glide On eye pencils, which this one that they sent is in the shade Heartless, and this is a really, really beautiful like shimmery pink. I feel like these adhere to the waterline a little bit better. And this one's really pretty. It does have a bit of shimmer to it, but something about these is a little, like the 24/7 Glide On, it's just a tiny bit creamier and just stays in place better. That's not to say that this is a bad product, and I think that it can look a little bit more natural than a super pigmented eye pencil that just like grabs onto your waterline would. So it has its uses. I just kind of wish it was a little bit more pigmented and just adhered better to the waterline. And then the 24/7 Glide On pencil, these are always a yes for me. I really, really like these. I think that they have improved the formulation of these so much over the years. Yeah, that is my little overview. Once again, to reiterate, I really, really like this lineup. I think that Urban Decay consistently does well, like over and over and over again in every department that they branch out and into. So I'm glad that they did a little bit of a skin focus in this whole collection, because I think that they just really, really hit the nail on the head. The only thing I'm not like 100 on, I would give it like an 85% for me, is the waterline eyeliner, but that's just me. Of course, you may think differently. I still hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!